Hello everyone and welcome back to the Outer Worlds Murder on Eridanos DLC. I almost said Peril on Gorgon. Nope, we finished that one. Let's jump right into it. All right, concierge and right, the potential poisoning. That's the last tip we got. Meow. Let's talk to the concierge
The Grand
first.
Colonial Front Desk warmly welcomes you, Inspector. It's a pleasure to see you again. How may I be?
Cool. I need access to the VIP guest floor.
I'd love to, Inspector, but I don't really have the authority. Moreover,
And
the
who does?
guests were promised exclusivity. If I let you up there, I'll never hear the end of it.
The only guest who'd have a problem with me being up there would be the murderer.
That's a good point. If they give me guff, I can just tell them that they're obstructing justice. That has a nice ring to it. Let me just set you up with VIP guest floor access. Done. You can now come and go as you please.
Finally. Okay.
What floor would you like to...
I'd like to visit the VIP guest floor.
Black Hole Birdie, be sure to get an autograph for me. Just joking. I've already got one.
Okay. So if it wasn't Birdie at the picnic, maybe it was Spencer? Both of them have the same kind of problems with their stomach.
About time you arrived. I see you haven't dressed the way I asked you to, but I suppose that was expecting too much of a non-industry lout. Expect a complaint to
Wow,
management.
you people assume I work
Now,
for you often.
Unless you'd like to waste. You've fallen right into my trap, Captain. Oh, don't bother to fight back. You cannot hope to stop me from installing philosophism as the system's reigning ideology.
Oh, right. The actor. I'm getting embarrassed by proxy. You want to talk like a human being?
I'd give you a stern admonition. But your bluntness suggests that you aren't with the hotel staff. Oh, no, this is
Nope.
curious indeed. Who are you? And how did you get in here?
I'm here to investigate the murder of Halcyon Helen. I'd like to ask a few questions.
You're here to investigate me? Oh, I assure you, I'm nothing special. Just an old crook with more money than time.
I don't care.
That was a quote from the Retiree's Revenge, in which... Now,
Nope.
shall I sign first your weapon?
Oh my god, go away. Huh. I'm not here for an autograph. I'm here to ask you
Do
some
you mean
questions.
to say you are not a fan? Well, then how
Nope.
did you get in here? The only staffer cleared for guest room entry is the inspector for Bellamy's murder. Oh.
Oh, you're slow.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Terribly sorry, Inspector. I didn't realize it was you. Understand that I am beyond willing to comply with your search for the fiend that did Bellamy in. You know, now that I look at you, you're the perfect reflection of me, back when I starred in the Marauder's Bane. Ask me anything at all. I might even give you a straight answer.
Might? I hear you were poisoned.
Indeed. The agonizing bowel pain was most undignifying. While I've certainly had no shortage of inadequate hotel meals, this was most explicitly pronounced. I suspect poison. And who would be most likely to poison me but Chef Anwar? Oh, we've clashed almost non-stop about his slop preparation. He must have tainted my meal in retaliation.
This guy's probably got a long-ass list. Why didn't you go to the clinic for your stomach pains?
Is that a jibe? Could you imagine the tabloid headlines? Spencer Woolrich, Aetherwave star, spotted in gastronomic distress. Oh, unseemly hardly describes the half of it.
Can you think of anyone other than the chef who would want to harm you?
None that I can think of. I treat all hotel staff equally, and with the minimum level of respect that they deserve.
So, everyone. Okay. According to the coroner, Helen was also poisoned.
How alarming! Whoever targeted her was certainly targeting me. I can only thank my ironclad constitution that I'm standing here before you.
Helen wasn't killed by the poison.
Oh, that's very good to know. Perhaps the poisoner simply meant to incapacitate us both, disrupt the product launch. I couldn't say, Inspector. I'm merely an actor.
Mm-hmm. That's all I wanted to know.
Very well, then. Certainly. But how was it that Bellamy met her end?
Why are you so curious?
Why, I'm merely worried for my own sake. Perhaps whoever came after her could come after me next. But if you don't want to tell me, I understand. Whatever happened, I hope poor Bellamy didn't suffer.
What were you up to at the time of the murder?
I was meditating, of course. That's how I get into character.
Doesn't sound like you get out of character. Got anybody who can corroborate that?
Respectfully, Inspector, it is rather counterproductive to commune with others while meditating.
Fair enough. Okay, back to my other questions.
I'll answer whatever you wish.
Damn right. Did you know Helen
Bellamy
well?
has been my co-star throughout the autumn of my career. I should like to think I knew her. In fact, I cannot name a single role in the last 10 years that did not involve her in some way, unless you count the uncredited silent shopkeep on Melissa's Meteoroids.
Must not have been too flattering, always starring alongside a younger actress.
It wasn't. And don't think I haven't picked up on your tone. Resenting Bellamy is one thing, but killing her is another completely. It's also beneath me.
All right. Speaking theoretically, how would you have killed the victim?
Oh, come now, Inspector. What do you take me for? I'm an old man. I neither have the time nor the willpower to kill people for fun. Besides, I have my reputation to think of.
Doesn't audit hiring someone, but...
I suppose.
All right. suppose that's it then. We got that chef to speak to. You know, I'm actually not upset that there's a lot of dialogue in this one.
What floor? To the lobby.
Would he be in the lobby? I don't know. The lobby's just kind of my default at this point. Was I correct about the lobby? I was.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Oh. Really?
Analysis of this stovetop reveals an alarming degree of grease buildup, approximating proximity to volatile gases and chemicals. Chances of an explosive combustion upon next use currently at 92.9%.
Great. Turn this. This thing's more than likely to completely blow up. Let's turn the stove on. No. Seems like a workplace hazard. How isn't Slug
Searching
caught
slug
this?
work logs. No work log found. Creating conjecture. Slug has likely not fixed this issue due to a lack of responsibility on the part of their employees.
Imagine if all of this is just the usual shitty corporate inability to keep things in check. This is normal.
Corporations have regular cleaning procedures to prevent damage to company property. Slug, already unlike most corporations in a variety of ways, does not. That or the employees tasked with inspecting are shirking their duties. For shame.
Agreed. Turn this. I kind of want to. I think we have an auto save with the door, right?
You sure that's a good idea?
Performing scan. Gaslight appears to have gone out some time ago. Chance of
Damn.
explosive combustion without gaslight, 0.01%.
I love how it was Felix to comment on if that was a good idea or not. I was totally expecting that to be Max. Felix is becoming more of a voice of reason. Would you look at that? I might just be a good influence. Alright. You. Oh, does my gun need repairs? A little bit. Might as well top up. Alright.
Yes?
Hey!
Are you here for the double rack of smoked sprat? Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but you'll have to wait. Oh, don't give me that look. Let me see if I can pencil you in for later. Actually...
I don't care. I'm here to investigate Halcyon Helen's murder. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
You're the inspector? Here? Why... I mean... You may ask me whatever you want. I have nothing to hide.
Did you prepare all of Helen's meals?
Of course I did. I would never allow anyone else to touch the meals of so important a guest.
Helen's last meal was poisoned.
Oh my law, this is the end, isn't it? My mother always warned me that the culinary world was too dangerous, but I didn't heed her warnings. Okay, I wasn't the one who did it, but I might have been mistaken when I said I was constantly watching Helen's food. Spencer Woolrich and Bellhop Owens were underfoot in the kitchen as I was preparing Helen's meal. Either one of them could have tampered with the food when I was fetching ingredients.
Alibi's a little thin here. Why should I believe anything that you're saying?
I understand your reluctance, but... Oh, I just remembered. The kitchen security camera. It'll prove I'm telling the truth about everything. Constable Keene has access to the security footage in her office at the spaceport. If you visit her, you can figure out what truly happened with Helen's meal.
Oh, okay. Why were you being so evasive about leaving Helen's food unattended?
Well, it's a breach of professionalism, of course. Why else would I worry about it?
Speaking of that stovetop. Because some halcyon food combinations turn to acid when unsupervised?
What? Truly? That's an alarming business oversight. Instead of volatile chemicals, the corporations should put barbiturates in everything. Everyone likes barbiturates. But I don't believe that was a risk with Helen's meal. I was, up to something else. I may have taken some time to engage in a teensy bit of recreational drinking. And consequently, I may have been somewhat less than coherent after preparing Helen's meal.
Of course. Any idea where I might be able to find Bellhop Owens?
But not specifically. Owens often procures exotic ingredients from the creatures at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. Our guests can be rather particular. Let's not talk about the incident with the Raptidon pheromone glands. It's always hard to say when Owens might be back. If I were you, I'd make a trek to the reserve myself. Otherwise, who knows how long you'll have to wait.
What was Spencer Woolrich doing around the kitchen?
Mr. Woolrich often finds the hotel's meals... wanting. He seems to enjoy complaining in person. While I could appreciate someone with a discerning palate for once, I believe that Mr. Woolrich simply enjoys the attention he gets from us. Though don't tell him I said as much. If you wish to speak with him, Mr.
Yes, I know. I already spoke to him. That's all I wanted to ask about. Guess we'll see if you're telling the truth.
Thank you for your understanding, Inspector. I'm sure you'll find the true culprit before long.
There's too many windows for people to run. Or be murdered. First things first, security footage. The security footage shows exactly what we need. It'll direct us in whichever way we need to go. If that's to Owen, so be it. If it's back to Spencer, so be it. Either way, it'll save us the running around. Come on, loading screen. All right. That's Owens. That's constabulary. Of course, it's across one of those freaking bridges. No. Fuck's sakes.
Flying head, Captain. Oh. Everyone all right?
Mentioned I hate parasites. It's like Indiana Jones with snakes. Speaking of, I actually watched the newest and last Indiana Jones. It was okay. It was pretty good. I still like Temple of Doom better. That's my personal favorite. I might actually have to give that series a watch again, because I can't remember if it's just the one I happen to watch the most, or if it's actually my favorite. Come on, loading screen. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. Actually, hold on. Can we just speak to the constable? That's where this leads.
No. Oh, damn it. When did this happen? How...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Shit. Good question, Felix.
An aberration in the expected timeline for this organic being has occurred. Behold, the body of Maria Keene, formerly the constable of the Eridanos atmospheric complex. No signs of life detected. Maria Keene is survived by no known relatives.
Oh no. These are small wounds. She looks like she was shot in the head and neck.
Excellent observation, Inspector. Multiple wounds located in the frontal bone and between the clavicles suggest she was facing away from her attacker. Furthermore, the location and circumference of exit wounds suggest a firearm with unconventional ammunition.
It's a fucking gun again. Wait a minute, there's casing something around. Hold on. Hold on. That sounds like the same weapon that killed the mascot.
These entry wounds match the profile previously detected on the Rizzo's Rangers mascot. Constable Maria Keene was likely killed by someone wielding the needler.
Hold on. The needler was probably used to inject something. Amplifier, scanner, blur.
High concentration of potassium chloride detected. Trace amounts of neurotoxin detected.
Shit.
Your memo has been noted. This unit has been programmed to offer encouragement during moments of emotional strain. Banter protocol activated. We'll find the sprat bastards responsible, Inspector.
Yeah, we'll leave that to my companions, thank you. Alright, there's no harm in taking this. Oh, but it still counts as stealing. Okay. Jeez. Security footage archive. Kitchen footage. Okay, can I watch it? Oh, okay then. Guess not. Oh, you son of a bitch. I knew it was you. Security footage from the Grand Colonial's kitchen at the time of Helen's last meal prep by Chef Anwar shows the chef working on the dish, then Spencer Woolrich and Bellhop Owens enter. It's both of them. Owens hands something to Spencer, then leaves. Spencer then appears to say things to the chef, who turns away and walks off screen. Spencer quickly empties something onto Helen's food and exits. Motherfucker. What? By definition, it's both of them. Even if Owens is responsible for the idea and supplying the actual poison, Spencer was involved with it nonetheless. God damn it. Great. God. What if we went to go confront Spencer right now? Freaking elevator music. This is the pattern that's been going on. I have a feeling Owen is miraculously dispensed of. You know what I mean? Killed.
The brochure never mentioned any.
What floor? If you see...
Yeah. You already told that joke. I swear, if I can't say anything to him despite what I just found. Where are you, you son of a bitch? Oh, that's fine. Put it down. What the hell? Where was it? What the? Okay then. Whoa. The hell? Nothing to do with this, really. Cool it. No comment on this whatsoever. Really. Where the hell was his room again? There you are, you son of a bitch.
I could not have waited another instant. Ask me anything.
I don't care. Learned a thing or two about your activities in the hotel.
Have you now? Please do go on. Don't leave me.
I have a feeling you want to be caught for this murder. He's an attention seeker. It was in Helen's shadow the entire time. Well, not the entire time, but you know what I mean. I have security footage of you tampering with Helen's last meal.
No. I just happened to be passing through the kitchen and saw it.
Oh, shut up, dude. You didn't ingest it, though. This is bullshit. We still have the security footage and we still can't nail him right now. That wasn't what he was doing on the footage.
I'm quite.
Yeah, shut up.
Oh, but I... Very well.
But wait, he was affected by it too. It might be a ploy to cover his tracks. If they both got hit with the same thing, then he can't possibly be the one to poison it, right?
What floor? To the left.
I hate when it doesn't let you act on instinct. That was one thing with a certain mission that required you to, like, investigate something in Fallout New Vegas that I actually really liked, and it was Boone's quest to figure out who sold Carla to the slavers. You could put the beret on with anyone. I'm not gonna spoil the correct answer, but I'm just saying you could just go, I think it's this person. Randomly just say, hey, follow me to the front of the dinosaur, put the beret on, and have them shot. Without any evidence, or with evidence. Boone would obviously ask you for evidence afterwards, which if you told him, I didn't have any, he'd be extremely upset and refuse to be your companion, and you'd lose reputation in Novak. Which is why I'm surprised it's not letting us do it here. Because this is the same developer. This is Obsidian. So I'm a little bit shocked, because unless it isn't him somehow, miraculously. He talks about his wealth and everything, which means it could very well be a hired hand. He's got a motive, and now a method, or at least an attempted method. The poisoning didn't work, so then he hired someone to do the rest. Ate some of the poison himself, so that way he couldn't possibly be in the crossfire. I don't know, maybe it's not him, but that's pretty damning evidence. Also, like I said, the security footage didn't say that he ingested anything that he put onto Halcyon Helen's plate. So that's not a good defense. So why we can't press him on that matter, I don't know. Yeah, what now? Oh, great, let me guess. Yep. Knew it. Fucking knew it. How are these bastards here now, too?
Affect me with your sorrow. I just want to be your friend.
I want to make you smile.
I knew he'd be dead. What the hell is going on? It's still trying to fight us. How do I shut it up? Okay, anyways. Ugh, I'm just gonna take it and go into the frickin' inventory. It's too noisy right now. Bellhop Owen's invoice. A list of guest special requests. Some drinks, some food items, and tellingly, a recently fulfilled request for a fresh Torore bile gland from one Spencer Woolridge. I told you! God, now he's got all the space to skate. Well, no, wait, because they're not letting anyone leave, but still. It's giving him wiggle room to get somewhere else that we don't know where he is. Or to do something else. We had him and it wouldn't let us act on it. Even though we had the damning evidence right there. Oh boy. Come on, Outer Worlds. This is a single-player game. You've already loaded this area. This shouldn't be a problem. God, I knew it! They never let you jump the gun anymore. This feels like a DM who's carefully crafted their storyline, so once you finally find a fluke or a flaw in it, they decide to try and extend it even further or shift everything around, just so that way that plot doesn't get discovered too early. Instead of just, you know, letting you jump to the chase. Not putting the gun away this time.
What floor would...
VIP. Now. I don't care about your repetitive joke. The hell is he? You.
You're here. I hope you have the photon proto-distributor, or we're never leaving this damn facility. That was from... Ask me anything.
I don't care.
Oh?
So, quick question. What was it you wanted with the Terrari bile gland?
That damn bellhop promised discretion.
Oh, yeah,
well,
discretion.
if you must know, it's... an appetite suppressant. How do you think...
Liar. If the Terrari gland was an appetite suppressant, you wouldn't be hungry if you took it.
Well, there's... maybe I just wanted to see what was in it.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, what a pathetic defense.
Mm-hmm.
As it so happens, I may not have had the terror.
Yeah, you don't need to tell me that. I know.
Before you indict me, please, just listen. I wasn't trying to kill her.
Doesn't matter. Oh, this should be good.
Just listen to me, please. She would have
Get
had
on
to
with
eat
it.
6 or 7 of the glands to die. And even then, it would be an extended, arduous process.
Why poison her at
I
all?
was just getting to that. I only wanted her to be incapacitated during the Brown unveiling. With her out of commission, the next available celebrity, myself, would get to host the unveiling. Please think twice about telling the administrator of my misdeeds. If he learns the truth, what's left of my career will be left in shambles.
I really don't care. If you're willing to go that far... What would you want me to say instead?
Tell him it was a poisonous mushroom. I
No.
promise I shall make up for my actions. Pay to erect a statue in Helen's honor, or perhaps even dedicate a performance to her memory.
I'll keep you in suspense. It's more fun that
My
way.
law, if you aren't a sadist. If I have a coronary before you make your decision, I will do my utmost to haunt you.
Free shows. Thanks. Make a horrible poltergeist.
What floor would... To the
Lobby, I guess. So wait a minute, we can't tell the constable. The constable's dead. Oh, what?
What floor would...
Oh,
Next up.
right. Ludovico. I can't suspect Ludovico. He hasn't been involved in a single step of this. If I recall, he's just the security half.
Inspector, I've just received word that Constable Keene is dead. Please tell me it isn't true.
She was murdered in her office.
Halcyon Helen, Leora Blossom, Maria Keene. There's a murderer on the loose, Inspector. You must stop them. I don't have Maria to count on anymore, so I'm counting on you.
Whoever murdered her used the
needler
needler.
Was among Helen's belongings. Whoever stole it must have been able to slip in and out of the hotel. Maria was my sole representative in Cedric's territory. The entire hotel staff is on his payroll. Any one of them could have killed her on his behalf.
Let's change
the
topic.
What can I do for you?
Managed to track down Black Hole Birdie.
I'm pleased to hear that. Birdie Holcomb is a valuable asset to the Rizzo's ring. When Helen was
I don't
murdered,
care.
Birdie was nowhere to be found. The timing of his disappearance is unfortunate.
Not harmless. Definitely not harmless. Well, let's take everything into account. Has a bit of a temper, sure, but he's learning to manage it. He has an alibi for where he was at the time. Still hasn't been seen involved in any of this ever since. Birdie's something of a character, but he's harmless. Feel a little
Try
bad
not
for
to
him.
feel too bad for him. Birdie is a brilliant athlete. The universe has balanced his talent by making him a slackwit.
He lost his temper at the picnic, but I think he regrets
Birdie
it.
has always had trouble controlling his temper. He's responsible for the untimely demise of more than a few toss-ball sticks at the end of a losing match. It's only natural to be suspicious. Helen's death was violent, and the two of them were close. Be plain with me, Inspector. Do you believe Black Hole Birdie killed Helen?
It's possible. I'm still investigating my leads. No, that's not the truth, though. I really don't.
I'm relieved to hear that. I happen to be something of a fan of the hack attack. I'd hate to see him processed for murder, but we need to be absolutely sure. I'd like you to continue your investigation. Notify me as soon as you're ready to make a formal accusation.
By the way, Birdie agreed to stay at the Grand Colonial.
I appreciate that. I'd rather keep Birdie within the public eye than let him languish in a bar at the docks. If you're through investigating Birdie, I recommend looking into Cedric Kincannon. He's been entirely too comfortable since we began this investigation. I don't trust Cedric when he's comfortable.
I don't trust him. I don't even know him that much. I've completed my investigation into Helen's poisoning.
I trust you have a name for our poisoner.
I don't care about this guy enough to cover for him. Spencer Woolrich confessed to the crime.
Oh, I am disappointed. I'd always believed Mr. Woolrich a man of high character. It pains me to order the arrest and detention of someone I admired. I'd like you to continue investigating Helen's murder. You've found the poisoner, but her killer remains at large.
Yep. I don't know who killed Halcyon Helen, though. No, I'm gonna talk to the other guy. He is extremely suspicious. He's been involved in absolutely none of this. A lot of incidences have happened on his end. None to do with Ludovico's end. It's all been tampering. Or other outside influences. And his own constable was murdered, and he seemed pretty broken up about it. Not just because of the fact that she was his only, like, contact here. It's as broken up as Ludovico can be, given his usual disposition. I'm really liking this DLC. It's really making you think and use your head. It's really making you have to deduce things and kind of read people, I guess. I'm enjoying it. I think I could actually say I'm enjoying it more than Peril on Gorgon. No, I can definitely say I'm enjoying it more than Peril on Gorgon. We'll wait till the end to really make that call. This one is my red flag. So far. Mentioned that, what? Part or two ago? Episode or two ago? Come on, loading screen. Why is this area so difficult for it? There we go. Wait till everything loads so I don't fall through the floor again. I was gonna say, I swear to God, if you direct me back through that door.
Does Sublight Underground run this place? Looks a lot cleaner than the Groundbreaker.
Hey! Oh, Groundbreaker.
You got an appointment?
Screw you.
You're not allowed up with no...
Well now, this is unexpected.
Care about that.
I'm torn. I despise rudeness toward Eileen, who is entirely invaluable to Slug, and yet I do enjoy this bold, dare I say brash, approach you're taking. Now then,
Rudeness towards
here for
Eileen?
my alibi, I assume?
Oh, really? Later. First, I want an explanation for that nonsense
Another murder?
outside.
Drunk Raptidons? Black Hole Birdie practicing his hacking in the middle of the street? Stop me if it's one of those, or I'll just keep guessing.
You're annoying. I had to run in with some quote-unquote slug agents.
Sounds as though you've already sorted it out yourself.
Why don't you humor me and explain
In
it?
short, Slug has not sent anyone to rough you up, Inspector. That would be acting against our own self-interest. Now ask yourself this. Why would anyone give thugs slug gear and send them after you?
It's not just that that's put me against you. You haven't been in correspondence at all. A lot of the downfalls have been on your side. And you seem strangely calm about all of this. Not only that, but Ludovico's only foothold on your end of things is now dead. Somebody out there is trying to smear your good name.
To smear my name, anyway.
That doesn't
But I
help
can't
you.
fathom who would benefit from
Being a
tarnishing my
smartass doesn't help you right
reputation
now.
like that. Can you?
Gosh, could it possibly be the administrator? How dumb do you think I am?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult your intelligence. I'm used to working with Lou, you see? I hope you won't hold it against me. So,
Your tone is irritating.
I did not send anyone from Slug after you, nor is it likely they assigned themselves that task. Still, I am sorry for the trouble, Inspector. With that settled, I assume you'll want to know where I was the night of Helen's murder.
The fact that you know that I'm going around asking all these questions. Means that you've been hearing things. Damn right I do.
See, that night I was... torturing Elliot Nasser for information on missing cargo. That was a messy one. Didn't break until nearly noon the next day. Can you imagine?
Torturing someone. And where would I find Elliot Nasser to verify that?
An excellent question. I had his body dropped off the edge of the land complex. I'm not
convenient
sure
for
what
you.
happened to it from there, scientifically speaking. You'd be a fool to believe me, regardless of what I told you. People lie, and I am, incriminatingly.
What the hell is wrong with you? Wow, you're a real piece of shit.
Watch your tongue, Inspector.
No.
I'd hate for one of my people to overhear you insulting me and decide to cut it out of you.
Oh, really?
The point is, I've admitted to being elsewhere the night of Helen's murder. Besides, I have no motive. Why
People
in
don't
the
always
name
need a
of
motive.
the architect would I kill Halcyon Helen? She was making me a fortune.
She was finding out about another fortune. I already know a motive. She was finding things out about what was going on around here. So don't threaten me, buddy. Bet you'd make a killing selling tickets to her funeral.
Why, Inspector, that's terrible. Besides, given how long she was likely to live and continue working, the math doesn't work out. I'd offer to assist you in your work, but I've a mystery of my own to solve, I'm afraid.
Really now? Bigger than this? We've all got our problems.
It is, it seems, the way of the world. Items are disappearing from Slug's storage and processing warehouse. The thefts began a week before Helen's unfortunate death, and there have been more instances since. Before you ask, I know the difference between cargo going missing and cargo going missing. This is the latter.
What's the connection to Helen's murder?
I'm not sure. I'm only confident there is one. That the theft
Really?
began mere days before Helen's untimely demise is an extraordinary coincidence. I'm not a man who believes in happenstance, Inspector. I do not trust it.
Okay, what about a list of what has gone missing? Really? Dumb luck's done a lot for me.
Has it? I wonder, how much of your luck has been luck, and how much are you downplaying as chance? Regardless, this will be fun. You out in the field, chasing down leads, me scheming in my office, preparing to unspeakably mangle the perpetrator.
You know, whatever you say can be held against you, right? I like to commit my own horrific bodily harm, thanks.
I never subcontract out that type of work, Inspector. You'll want to speak with Ella Tinsley, the warehouse foreman. I've cleared her as a suspect myself, but Should she refuse to cooperate, shoot her. No,
Relay those
I'm
orders go towards
joking.
you.
If she won't cooperate, tell me and I will shoot her. And do feel free to search my office for clues while you're here. Don't hold back on my account. Was there...
Constable's dead.
Constable Keene? Now that is a damn shame. Am I right to think this wasn't a workplace accident?
Define workplace accident. Depends. Did you accidentally kill her?
I played no role in the good constable's death.
Any idea who might have wanted her dead?
I'm flummoxed. I'd nearly forgotten how that feels. It's quite unpleasant. Thank you for
dealing with
informing
you.
me of Constable Keene's passing. When you find her killer, please be certain to make them suffer.
Careful, that might get turned around on you. You're actually upset about
We
this.
may have been on opposite sides of the law on occasion, but we were not enemies. Perhaps it will shock you to hear her loss saddens me. Maria was a decent soul, and law knows those are in short supply around here. A little square, perhaps, in her dedication to the rules, but good nonetheless. I'm also saddened to have lost an occasional drinking buddy. She was quite good at cards, you know.
I'm sorry. Constable Keene, she didn't deserve this.
She didn't. But let's discuss something else. Do you have other matters requiring my attention?
Why does Ludovico hate you so much
The
anyway?
original incident? Well, I made him an offer he should have refused.
Oh. Wait a minute, why do I feel like that's a Godfather reference? Anyways. I think it's the Godfather mob movie. The man had a bunch of racehorses, prized racehorses, and to send a message, they put one of the racehorses' severed head in the bed with them. Anyways, that's assuming he could refuse it.
Intimidation has its role in diplomacy. Still,
Oh,
his
really?
choice to
I'm
work
already
with
against you.
Sublight was indeed a choice. Our combative relationship stems from paperwork, mundanely enough. Rizzo's contracted Sublight to construct the Eridanos atmospheric complex. Had Lou wanted Rizzo's to retain full control of Eridanos, he shouldn't have skimmed the revised contract I sent him. Lou's an administrator, for law's sake. I thought he would adore all the fine print I added.
That can't be it. Can it?
My power grab, as Lou called it, planted
is.
the seed of hatred. And Lou, obsessed with what should have been, has made sure to water it daily with his bitterness and anger.
Don't blame him. You did steal what was rightfully
Do you
his.
think power belongs to those who submit the proper paperwork requesting it? Slug's control of Eridanos is a crucial step in my long-term plans for Sublight. The board needs to see irrefutable proof we are a respectable, legitimate business.
But you aren't. You outsourced because I've worked with you fuckers before. And I hated it. One of your representatives, quote unquote, is a goddamn theorist. The board will never take Sublight seriously.
That certainly seems to be our dear administrator's goal, at least. He's grown
Oh, no,
increasingly desperate to catch Slug with our hand in the proverbial cookie jar as of late, convinced we're involved in less than legal business opportunities.
I'd believe it. Which, of course, you
I
are.
wish I could wink, but it always looks like I have something caught in my eye.
Oh, get out of here. Why can't I move?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. This copy of TK contains 142 fewer pages than a standard copy. The missing pages were likely removed to create sufficient space for the hidden listening device inside.
Really? Where is it transmitting to?
Transmission receiver location unclear. Inspector, please consider speaking into the device in order to trace the
Whoever's listening, I'm coming for you.
Ominous threat transmitted. Transmission analysis complete. While the precise location of the receiver could not be pinpointed, it has been narrowed down to a smaller, approximate range.
How long has this been here?
Analysis inconclusive. However, there is a minor accumulation of dust particles present on the book's uppermost surface.
A little while then.
The area within a 0.5-meter radius of the book possesses a dust coating comprised of at least twice the number of particles.
Huh. Wild guess, the bug was planted roughly a week before Helen's death.
That is highly likely, Inspector.
What's that you found? No, wait. Don't tell me. Let's save it for the big reveal once you've solved the case.
I don't like you at all. Wait a minute.
A cursory fingerprint analysis shows this display case was recently opened or closed.
That gun on the bottom looks special. Has it been customized?
Confirmed. The grip has been modified for a specific wielder, most likely the rifle's owner. Additionally, the plasma rifle sights appear to have been realigned to better accommodate a shooter with slight myopia in one eye.
Said something about not being able to wink.
The fingerprints belong to Cedric Kincannon.
Just making sure. Do you think it's a little surprising Cedric hasn't cauterized his fingerprints to avoid detection? I wonder how he do that.
Oh, admiring my rifle. Had it custom fitted by a woman on Monarch.
Two missing or two left? As in, are there two missing from the case, or does he have yet to fill the case with two more? I don't appreciate how calm he's being about all this. No. Fine. Don't like the fact that my prime suspect is probably the only person that would be cleared for leaving this place. No. I'm going after this fucking receiver. Alright, you son of a bitch.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Transmission endpoint discovered. The receiver in this book matches the transmitter to the listening device found.
Any clues as to who put it here?
Due to the high level of foot traffic in this area, this unit is unable to determine who placed the device.
How long has this been on the ground?
Based on the accumulated mix of sludge and detritus, the receiver has been present since approximately a week before.
Alright. Of course it's restricted access. It's getting so cold out here when it comes to my horseback riding lessons. I'm gonna have to start stretching before my ride. My joints all lock up in the winter. I already had bad joint pain, but now it gets even worse. Yay! Plus riding a horse and riding in 2-point. Not great.
Hi there.
Hi.
Sorry, this area is off limits. Sorry about that.
Thank you.
Feel free to have a look around, ma'am. So this is where Slug houses all its completely legally obtained inventory,
Seems to be. Seems like the perfect ambush spot, too.
You're the inspector, aren't you? Boskin Cannon said you'd be by about the cargo that's been going missing.
Warned you.
Gosh, this is so neat. A real-life inspector. What's that like? Have you solved it?
Oh my god. I call it closing a case, and it's the best part of my job.
Case. Just like a real inspector. Right, so the missing cargo. How can I help your investigation?
What's the culprit been stealing?
That's the weird part. There's no pattern, far as I can tell. The thefts don't make sense.
Usually means someone's building something.
Who would steal a handful of Spacer's Choice sabers, so dull they can barely cut mud, but leave the spectrum black? Ugh.
Weapons.
Who'd be desperate enough to want to steal a Spacer's Choice saber? Full stop.
Sounds like our perp's not fencing the stolen goods.
Yeah, probably not. No one's dumb enough to think Spacer's Choice sabers are worth half a damn. Then there's the most recent theft. 5 boxes of pens and a couple of sodas. I can't decide which one's sadder.
Pens and sodas. See what you mean about there not being a pattern.
Well, I'm no inspector. If there is one, I'm sure you'll find it.
Weapons, and then pens and soda. Any idea why someone would want to bug Cedric's office?
Maybe they're keen on cashing out and want to go as painfully as possible. I don't know. Boskin Cannon's office is where he holds most of his meetings with important folks like Miss Helen. Just about all negotiations happen in his office too. Vendor pricing, major purchase orders, rentals for construction projects, you name it.
So information. A lot of information. Who has access to the cargo?
Everyone here at Freight Storage and Processing, for a start. Thing is, the cargo is going missing before the shipments even get to the warehouse. Best I can figure,
narrow it down.
It's probably getting lost in the shipping yard. As for who has access there, Benton Chan, he's the shipping yard manager. He told me it's mainly just the loading automechs that handle cargo.
Could Benton have anything to do with it?
Benton's too lazy for crime. The extra work would kill him. Last time I asked him to check the automechs, the whole head told me he couldn't help because he was dead.
Is he dead?
Brain dead, maybe. But no. My point is that if you think the automechs are a lead, you'll have to check on them yourself. Hopefully, you're mechanically inclined.
Not really, but...
Oh, before I forget, I figured you might want to access my terminal, so I had a spare keycard made. It's all yours.
Thank you. Everyone on this side is strangely cooperating. Anything on there I should know about?
No. I forgot to delete all of those incriminating messages I sent about which cargo to steal. Nah. I do have a list of cargo that's gone missing, though.
Yeah, that does help, actually. Where's our terminal? Incoming. Pen, soda, I'll never understand where you get the energy to care about this shit, Tinsley. Handle any cargo with the automechanicals. Missing cargo again, just random shit. This time we lost 5 bucks. Yeah, probably, okay. I'll tell whoever snuck over to the shipping yard and mess with the loading automechs to go to hell, will you? Those things break down enough as it is, and I'll be damned if I'm going to haul cargo on myself. Automechs. Okay. Let's go down to the bottom. And okay. Blasting agent. Sabers. Cranial protectors. Protective clothing with safety harness. Small portrait, okay. Maybe they programmed the auto mechanicals to make it seem random while also getting what they needed, because that's a bunch of armor and weapons. Blunt still hurts. Clearly, considering she was killed by blunt force. Maybe it's a bigger infiltration than we thought? Oh, I am getting seriously caught up in this. We're over time. Damn. Okay. Guess I just don't want to lose the train of thought when we have all the evidence right in front of us. We'll go check out the auto mechanical and then we'll call it. I'm kind of curious about that, and it feels like we're getting close to the end. At the same time, I don't want to pull a Gorgon and end it where we only got a little section left. Because last time, our final episode of Peril on Gorgon was only 25 minutes long because we were that close to the end. I'd like to have a good chunk of final episode left. So you know what? I think I will leave it here. We're already well over time. Thank you so much for joining me for The Outer Worlds, Murder on Eridanos DLC. I stream every weekday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The full VOD goes up on YouTube at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a good one, and stay safe.